On April 25, 1947, Tamara Samsonova was born in Uzha, which is now a part of Krasnoyarsk Krai. Tamara pursued her undergraduate studies at Moscow State Linguistic University after finishing high school. Then, she relocated to St. Petersburg, where she began working for a travel agency and met Alexei, the love of her life. Tamara and Alexei moved into a wonderful apartment after getting married and stayed there for several years. They were always welcoming and helpful to the neighbors. Samsonova's spouse vanished around 2000. She called the police, but no one was found after searches. She turned to the authorities once more, 15 years later, in April 2015, speaking with the Fruzensky District's investigative unit in St. Petersburg, and providing a statement regarding her husband's disappearance. Samsonova began renting out a room in her apartment after her spouse vanished. Investigators claim that on September 6, 2003, she killed her tenant after a fight. He was a Norilsk resident who was 44 years old. She then dissected his body and dumped it on St. Desi streets. Samsonova met Valentina Nikolaevna Ulanova, 79, who also resided on Dimitrov Street, in March 2015. Samsonova's flat was being refurbished, so a friend of the two asked Ulanova to house Samsonova for a while. Ulanova consented. Samsonova assisted with housework while residing in Ulanova's apartment for several months. She grew fond of her apartment and was adamant on staying put, rather than leaving. The two's relationship deteriorated over time, and Ulanova eventually requested Samsonova to depart. After a further argument, she made the decision to poison Ulanova. Samsonova traveled to Pushkin, where she was successful in convincing a pharmacy to sell her phenazepam on a prescription. Once back in the city, she purchased an Olivier salad, one of Ulanova's favorite foods, added the pills, and then handed the meal to the unwitting victim. Later, on the evening of July 23, Samsonova discovered Ulanova's body sprawled on the kitchen floor and began to dismember it, with 2 knives and a saw. She began by sawing off the victim's head, before splitting the body in two, and using knives to sever it into bits. She had to leave the apartment and come back multiple times to retrieve all the bags outside. Samsonova dispersed Ulanova's body parts throughout the residence. On the evening of July 26, house number 10 on Dimitrov Street was where Ulanova's chopped limbs and decapitated body were discovered, wrapped in a shower curtain. For a few days, the parcel went unnoticed before a nearby homeowner became curious about what was inside. On July 27, the deceased's identity was determined via a poll of apartment dwellers. Samsonova welcomed the police inside Ulanova's flat once they knocked. After going inside, the authorities discovered bloodstains and fasteners from the torn-off curtain in the bathroom. The pensioner was then promptly taken into custody. Samsonova was taken before the Frunze District Court in St. Petersburg on July 29, 2015. She received a forensic mental evaluation, and on November 26, 2015, The results showed that she posed a risk to both herself and society. As a result, she was committed to a specialist facility until the investigation was completed. Samsonova was admitted to a specialized hospital in Kazan in December 2015 for psychiatric treatment that was required by law. A total of 14 killings are being probed in relation to her.